Hello, everybody. Hi, Brian.
Well, hi, how are
I'm
you?
fine. How are the kiddos?
Hi.
All right,
All right.
Carmelita. Is that how you?
Yes.
All right,
Okay.
great. Well, I'm glad to meet you guys.
Nice to meet
It is
you.
wonderful to meet you. Yeah.
Yes.
You guys did really great work, and I'm an old head, so the technology part sometimes gets to me, but
Mhm.
I'm great. So,
No, I appreciate you setting up the Zoom and that's wonderful. I
Yes,
think
it
that's
is.
awesome.
so I think it went ahead and recorded without me even pressing the recording yet.
Well, that's
Let's just
great.
make sure. Uh, I'm pretty comfortable with Zoom, but okay. So we are recording. And
Great.
so let me share my screen really quickly. And where are you? Okay. Can everyone see that?
Yes.
Wonderful.
Great. And so thank you, Kamalita, for breaking down those 3 points. And I'm going to start with um, uh, slides. I'm gonna really probably go through what 2 through 5, and basically we're saying that the adolescent mind, although growing, still has growth to do. Um, this first slide indicates that we're that adolescents are closing synapses of connections that they don't really need are obsolete because they are growing, right? But
Mhm.
also things like problem solving, critical thinking, rewards, those things are really, really integral to them. Uh, but they still need growth. They're not a child, but they're not an adult. And so, what
Mhm.
is important about this slide is that we have the inner and the outer brain, which really come together to make this growth happen. Some of it is gradual, some of it is in spurts. And in the spurts moment is sometimes where things get a little tricky and a little hairy. I teach 7th through 12th grade. So I can see the difference between a 7th grader and a 12th grader. Just sent a couple off to college. So it's like night and day, right? And so I'm looking for that growth to progress from the 7th graders as they get up into higher grades. And so, what makes this important really is that we're talking about the cerebral cortex, frontal and prefrontal lobes, parietal lobes, temporal lobes, occipital lobes. All those things, along with the inner brain limbic system, come together. The hypothalamus is usually where your pituitary gland is uh, located. So when we're talking growth, but we're also talking about unsure, uh, insecurity, uh, fear of failure, um, peer pressure. Sometimes we're also dealing with trauma induced kiddos, and those things affect the brain as well. And so, what I feel like our resource would be great for teachers, not only to understand that the brain is a complex function of all of our body parts, it regulates everything in our body, but also to understand that any hiccup to those parts in the brain could cause a traumatic event or delayed what do I want to say? Delayed learning, delayed functioning in adolescence. And so, what we do is on this, as I'm explaining this, is that we do have strategies. There's the changes in the brain, but there are strategies that we can do to make sure that our kiddos are doing the best that they can do. Uh, I like the suggestions of journaling and brain just connecting what they're doing up here, because
Mhm.
sometimes they don't connect what they're doing up here, and that's the reasoning phase, that's the decision making that they sometimes tend not to do. Also, I like how the feeling, I like this, I really do, and I thought about this as many times I've been in the hospital because of whatever my allergies do. And they ask you how's your pain level from 0 to 10. And so this is a good chart to show teachers how to, they may not tell you what they want to do, or they may not tell you how they feel, but they can show you how they feel. And I'm talking over because I am a pastor, and that's what pastors do. But I enjoy I enjoy all the resources, and I think this is a great teaching tool for any teacher out here that can be able to look at this tool, whether in PDF form or whether on a presentation, to understand, because I think sometimes as we become adults, we stop understanding how we were. And so it gives us an opportunity to go back and understand how they are today. And I'll stop.
Well, wonderful. And I think I'll jump in and just talk a little bit about how we broke down the roles between the different people and how we built our resource. And so I think one of the ways that our resource and one of the ways we collaborated to make this just a successful resource was just that everybody stayed in the group chat almost every day. We all worked hard to break apart the different roles between the researcher, writer of the first bullet points on the syllabus, and then following through, we continued on and had a different designer and strategist along with some of the other bullet points, and then the tech and video lead. All of these strategies work together well, and I think that these strategies were successful in our group because everyone in our on our team really worked hard and acted in a timely manner, and so that we could. We all had our own personal schedules to deal with, but everybody stayed active, and that was just imperative there. Um, I think if we could change anything, it would be just nice to have a little more time to get to know each other better because everybody is just incredible, and so I could see building off of that and finding new ways to share these gifts and to share new insights because that has been a wonderful thing just to get to know each other a little bit better and finding and making time for that. So. Um, I think that part has been wonderful, and I agree. The resource as a whole has been just it's been informative and it's been good to work with.
Great. Well, this kind of collaboration between teachers and school staff builds both a shared vision and a more supportive culture for students. When educators come together and around a common resource like this adolescent brain presentation, they are creating a shared language and shared expectations for how to interpret student behavior and design instruction. In practice, that means teachers, counselors, and administrators um, can talk can talk consistently about executive functioning, regulation, stress, and technology use instead of working from a different assumption in each classroom. Research on school culture shows that when adults collaborate, like how we did, we can clarify their vision and align daily practices, student support, and then students benefit through stronger relationships, more support, consistent support, and greater sense of safety and belonging. For adolescents who may be dealing with stress, poverty, or exposure to violence, this consistency is especially important because it helps buffer risk and supports both academic and social emotional growth. In that sense, our CLC work has not just been about completing an assignment, it has been modeled at this kind of ongoing professional learning community that can keep building a shared vision, like refining practices and sustaining positive brain aware school culture that supports all students. And that's pretty much what I have to say, along with the references with the American Academy of Pediatrics with the 5 C's of media use. We know that learning more about the brain adolescents helps build a more safer environment for not just the students, but for the teachers as well.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. You guys have been wonderful. I thank you. I wish some of our other collaborative teams in our district were just as great. But yeah, I teach social studies. What do you teach, Kamaleta?
I teach
Kamaleta.
CTE Health Science.
Okay.
So I teach ninth grade Northern Road, and then I teach the sophomores with the principles of health science, and then the juniors along with the theory. And then I also assist with our CNA teacher and sometimes with the pharmacy technician teacher as well.
Oh, great.
So we have a pretty good team.
Great.
That's great.
That
Yeah,
is.
Yeah,
no, that
thank
matters a
you.
lot.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
So good, so
guys,
good.
I'm going to download the conversation. I did reach out and to let me stop recording so that way. uh, stop.